Donald Trump is back in the Oval Office, and in just 2 weeks, his bold moves have sent shockwaves across Wall Street. Whether it's tariffs, AI investments, or his demands for slashed interest rates, Trump's presidency is already making waves, and the markets are reacting in fascinating ways. Let's get started. Let's break it down, starting with one of Trump's most controversial strategies: tariffs. Over the past 2 weeks, he's hinted at imposing a 10% tariff on Chinese imports and a hefty 25% duty on goods from Canada and Mexico. While these proposals have sparked concern among global trade partners, they're a calculated move to bolster American manufacturing. But here's the twist. Trump's tone toward China has softened recently. In a surprising statement, he said he'd rather not impose tariffs on China if trade negotiations progress. This shift caused Chinese stocks to rally briefly, but the market remains cautious, with investors unsure of how Trump will balance tough talk with action. The impact on U.S. markets has been mixed. Industrial sectors tied to exports are feeling the pressure, but tech stocks have largely shrugged off these concerns. Why? Because Trump has been making major moves in another arena: artificial intelligence. Now let's talk about the $500 billion AI infrastructure project that's got everyone buzzing. Trump announced the creation of Stargate, an ambitious initiative backed by NVIDIA, Microsoft, SoftBank, and Oracle. Stargate is set to deploy $100 billion immediately, focusing on building massive data centers to power next-gen AI technologies. This project isn't just a big deal, it's historic. NVIDIA, a key technology partner, saw its stock jump over 4% after the announcement, reclaiming its spot as the world's most valuable company. Meanwhile, Microsoft, Oracle, and ARM also saw significant gains, with tech stocks across the board riding high on this AI-fueled optimism. Trump's vision for AI dominance is clear. He wants the US to stay ahead of China in the global tech race. But while the markets have reacted positively to this initiative, some analysts are questioning how it will be funded and whether the promised economic benefits will materialize. Now let's pivot to Trump's stance on interest rates, a topic that's drawing both attention and controversy. At the World Economic Forum in Davos, Trump didn't hold back, calling for immediate rate cuts from the Federal Reserve. He tied his demand to oil prices, stating that if Saudi Arabia and OPEC bring oil costs down, the Fed should follow suit by lowering rates. His exact words: "With oil prices going down, I'll demand that interest rates drop immediately." Trump's comments sparked a wave of optimism in certain corners of the market, but they've also raised concerns about the Fed's independence. The central bank recently signaled that rates might hold steady for now, and Trump's direct pressure could create friction with Fed Chair Jerome Powell. This brings us to the big question: how are the markets digesting all of this? Tech stocks are clearly the big winners, with NASDAQ surging thanks to the AI optimism. But other sectors, like industrials and energy, remain cautious. Boeing, for instance, took a hit this week, announcing a $3.5 billion loss tied to strikes and layoffs. Meanwhile, the energy sector has been riding the Trump roller coaster. Oil prices initially dipped on hopes for lower costs, but the president's renewed pressure on OPEC could lead to volatility in the weeks ahead. Gold, a traditional safe haven, is nearing record highs, signaling that some investors are hedging their bets amid all the uncertainty. And then there's Bitcoin. The leading cryptocurrency hit record highs earlier this week, spurred by optimism around Trump's tech push, but it remains volatile, with prices fluctuating as the market digests the administration's next steps. The big takeaway? Trump's bold moves are reshaping the market narratives. His focus on AI has brought renewed energy to the tech sector, but his mixed messaging on tariffs and interest rates is keeping investors on edge. So, what's next? All eyes are on the upcoming earnings reports from big tech, which will provide more clarity on whether this AI-driven rally has staying power. And of course, the Fed's policy meeting next week will be a crucial test of Trump's influence on monetary policy. What do you think? Are Trump's policies setting the stage for a bull market, or could his aggressive moves backfire? Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. As always, stay informed and stay ahead. Follow Uplift Markets for daily insights into the financial world. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to navigate the markets with confidence.